Hey Libra, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. I am Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're going to be looking at your energy for the next couple weeks. So welcome in. I hope that you're doing well amidst this Mercury retrograde. We're in the middle, coming towards the end, which is nice. We're also coming towards the end of Aries season and about to move into Taurus season. So it's a great time to just really tune in and listen to what we need to see, especially around our own empowerment, people, places, and things that are in our life that we need to kind of vet a little bit better, a little bit more before we move on to the next stage, the next level of Taurus. All right, so we'll start off with an energy cleansing. Just clear the energy, clear the vibes, set our intention. If you are looking for a message from Spirit, if you have a question that you want answered, this is a really good time to ask Spirit to reveal that to you during this reading. And with that, Libra, we will get going. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is blocking the highest and best messages, any fear, doubt, insecurity, lack of worth, lack of value. Cleanse the energy, cleanse the vibes. Help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, and Mama Love. Amen. All right, let's get going, Libra. So it's been, so like I said, we're in Mercury retrograde, right? It's not the worst one. There is support, but it doesn't mean that there's not tension that's still surrounding us. Retrogrades have that habit of bringing up the past, and it can make us feel really emotional around the things that are happening. You are the sign of balance. So this is an opportunity to really stay grounded, stay balanced through the process, because it's a little bit of a back and forth energy where we feel good, we feel supported, things are moving in the right direction, and then something happens to kind of bring us back into that old energy, those feelings of hopelessness or doubt. And a lot of this is about rising above, right? Like I was saying, we're in Aries season. So how we can empower ourselves through the process, and especially through the things that we want, what we're going after, what we desire to bring into our life. So yeah, okay, 100% fear is coming through. There's a lot of fear about what the future holds. I'm hearing that you have a good direction. You might see how things are unfolding, but there's still a lot of missing pieces. There's still some things that you're questioning that are getting triggered within you. People, places, and things, the doubt, the naysayers. It's making you question yourself. It's making you question your path. You feel confident when you don't have a lot of outside influence. But then when that outside influence comes in, it's throwing you into that space of fear and anxiety. So Spirit is saying persevere through the process. I'm hearing there are people, places, and things in your environment that are kind of provoking some of that fear. So again, just be really mindful around who you're keeping around you, the interactions, excuse me, ooh, my throat chakra closed. The interactions that you're having with other individuals, the information that you're sharing as well. Making sure that you're being more vulnerable with people that you trust, people that you know are going to support you through this time. There's that water energy, because there's a lot of feelings and emotions that's wrapped within this. And the moon has been heavily aspected for the last couple weeks, where it goes back to what I was saying earlier. We get some positive aspects. We feel strong, empowered, we can do this. And then the negative aspects are really bringing in that fear and that doubt. It's making it hard to grow beyond those limitations, but that's really what Aries season is all about. It's that empowerment of self, finding balance, making sure that you're not going too far one way or the other. Again, you are the sign of the scales of balance. And sometimes what I've noticed for Libras, that's the hardest thing to do, is finding that balance, making sure you're not overworking yourself or overdoing things, finding ways to be a little bit more methodical about your day-to-day. And I'm hearing really like spiritually emphasizing this point of protecting yourself from the things that feel a little bit more low vibey, or they're more of an energy drain, because that is catering to that fear. Even if they're not saying anything directly about what you're working on or what you're dealing with, there still is just this element that we pick up other people's energy. We entrain with the energy that's around us. So if you've noticed, like if you're around a negative person all the time, it makes you feel really negative. You know, you start picking out all the things that like aren't working, aren't going your way, etc. And so Spirit wants you to pick and choose right now. It doesn't mean you have to cut them off forever. Again, these readings are only for the next couple weeks. Use your discernment as well, because they are collective readings. I do personal readings. I would love to help and support. If you want to look at your situation a little more specifically, hit me up. Definitely make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, all the good things. Yeah, okay, the devil. Sorry, Libra. Oh, the devil's coming out in your energy. So this, again, is that opportunity to rise above, not to be overly redundant, but there is someone that's making you feel, you know, I mean, I love the depiction on this card, because it's just like, he doesn't want to hear it anymore. He doesn't want to take it anymore. He doesn't want to, you know, like he's tired, but at the same time, he can't lift himself from these chains. And that's all the devil is. The devil is this idea that when life feels really heavy, when it feels like we can't get out of our own confines, we end up staying trapped. Where in fact, like if we take a beat, if we balance ourselves, find a little bit more peace in our soul, transcendental meditation, any type of meditation, walking out in nature, really grounding yourself, taking time to journal, reflect, hear your thoughts, what you need to be more aware of. Those are all practices that help us release those chains, so to speak. Yeah, because this is so beautiful. You have healing. You have healing, but the devil is still in the background. And I'm hearing with this, Libra, it's this practice of you really healing, unlearning bad habits, patterns, things that you've taken responsibility for, that you've attached onto, that aren't yours. They're other people's. That's why that external environment is coming through so strongly in your reading today. There are some difficulties in your environment, and it is going to take the strength to overcome. What I love about the Strength card, though, is it is the reminder that we have the strength, we have the ability to do it. We just gotta hunker down, right? And persevere. Easier said than done at times. But again, remember, like the devil is just, I don't want to say it's a myth or illusion. It feels like that though. We need language for ourselves to help bring us out, to help us feel stronger, more empowered. Ace of Wands, yeah. So whatever you're dealing with, this does feel like a past energy. It's strength to overcome. Unfortunately, there is not a new beginning with the past. And that might just be for some of you, but there is this heavy energy like we were talking about, where it's a little too low vibrational for you. It's bringing you back down. It's playing on your emotions, your feelings. The moon square to Mercury retrograde as well as to Venus and the North Node. It's bringing a lot of emotions in this dynamic like we've seen. So dealing with someone who is being really aggressive, really fiery with that strength, Ace of Wands, someone who kind of wants to win at all costs is what I'm hearing. They won't let down. They won't let up. Sorry, I don't know where my mind goes sometimes. They won't let up. And they know how to get into your mind. They know how to push those buttons within you. And that's where that fear is coming from. This could have been something that's been controlling you for a long time. Something that you've been working really diligently to overcome. It's making it really challenging around home, family, your environment, what you're building, growing, and protecting. It's also kind of leaving a bad taste in your mouth is what I'm hearing. Like, you know well enough with this star energy, you know well enough what this is, how this person or situation operates, that it is just about trying to trigger emotions, trying to bully you is what I'm hearing. There is a refusal to compromise, to have balance, to have a conversation. And instead, they just want to, again, kind of ensue that fear. This is someone who is really strong. They're used to being on top, so to speak. No scandal intended in that one. But they're used to having the upper hand. They're used to being the one in control. And that's that part of you that feels really overwhelmed, or you don't want to deal with it. You just want to turn a blind eye to it because it can be really destabilizing. When people come after us, when they don't have anything better to do with their lives than to make yours difficult, it can be really overwhelming. But you've got this. Like, Spirit is saying there is this element of, yes, there's a lot going on for you these next couple weeks, but you got this. You have the ability to juggle fluidly. I love that the Two of Pentacles has the infinity symbol because it's the reminder of the ebb and flow. It's also that reminder of endless potential. When you're feeling blocked, when you're feeling uncertain, there are pathways forward. That's where that value of transcendental meditation comes in perfectly, because life is crazy. There's so much going on all the time. We need to quiet our heart, our mind, our soul, and able to hear. Block out all the noise, block out the chaos. But unfortunately, there is a lot that ties into this. There's, you know, it goes back to those original channeled messages, right? You feel strong, you feel empowered, and then it gets really emotional. Then you feel triggered. And there is a lot of disappointment around this dynamic, how things have played out, what you wanted it to look like versus what it actually is looking like. The challenge of Aries season is it is a very independent energy. It's a self-reliant energy. So we can't, you know, we can't rely as much on outside people. We have to rise above. I love this Seven of Wands energy for you, Libra, because it's saying you know better. This is making you stronger. It's giving you wisdom and fortitude for your own self. This is something that is cultivating for you and for you alone. And it's because it is taking you to that next level. It's closing off a chapter, a cycle with the devil when he would play on you in this way. When you felt like you couldn't escape, you felt like you were vulnerable, you felt like no one would listen or hear you. This is that time that, yes, it's been really challenging, but at the same time, it's making you stronger and better. And your light is shining in a brighter way, which I totally love for you. In a way that other people are taking notice of. Yeah, and it's closing this chapter. Boom shakalaka. 14:44 on the clock. As I was saying that, which 4s are really about our stability. They're also about our protection, that like we do have angels, spirit guides, even if we're feeling very lonely in the physical world. Maybe we're not getting a lot of support from family, friends, people around us. But again, this is building that self-reliance within yourself. It's preparing you for the next stage. It's making you stronger. It's bringing about a transformation that you've been hoping for, that you've been longing for quite some time. It's been a long time coming is what I'm hearing. I'm getting total confirmation on that. And these changes, these metamorphoses are never easy. They can be really painful. We've been getting this raccoon a lot in the zodiac readings. So the raccoon and the sycamore, diving into that curiosity. Okay, right? It's the difference between curiosity and fear. Oftentimes when we have anxiety or we're uncertain how something's gonna play out, it can be really easy to step into that anxiety and fear energy. But if we come from it trusting that we will be supported, trusting that the process will unfold, that there are always options and that we can overcome, that's coming from more of that curiosity within yourself. Raccoons are also like fun and friendly. I mean, don't play with, I don't know, don't play with them. But you know, they kind of have this very innocent energy about them. They want to eat all the time, right? Being loyal to your path, loyal to the process, loyal to what you have ahead of you, the hound and the pear. Allowing the sweetness to come in, not being clouded and shadowed by the fear, by the devil energy. Metamorphosis with the frog and the lotus. I love this, right? That value of the lotus, that it takes the dirt and the muck to make this really beautiful flower. And we have, you know, unfortunately in life, we have to go through things like this. Don't kill me for saying that. It's not an easy energy because it can feel very overwhelming depending on who and what you've been dealing with. But again, they're the changes that have really allowed you to become stronger, more stable. The coyote and datura, this is deceit, right? So the places that you have been deceived. Deceived by past energies, past people, places, and things, but also the places you're deceiving yourself, right? Going back to that devil energy. Seeing yourself for who you are. Seeing your life, seeing the beauty that you offer the world, the hope, the inspiration. Pluto is moving into Aquarius, which the star governs Aquarius. So it's connecting with those places in our heart that we really want to see manifest in our life and believing that we can do it. We just have to overcome this lingering devil energy. But you got it. It's just about remaining balanced over the next couple weeks. Really finding ways to stay calm, to stay centered, balanced, taking care of yourself. Self-love, self-care is the best foundation you can have. It's going to be the thing that carries you forward. It's not going to take away the hard stuff, right? But it's going to make it way easier to deal with. It's also going to make it not so triggering. So if something does pop up, it's not as destabilizing. So hopefully this helps, Libra. I know this is kind of an energy, heavier energy. We're finishing out Mercury retrograde. We're finishing out Aries season. So it's a culmination of that empowerment, of the ways that we can overcome the challenges in our life. So we can build and have more stability as we move into the earth energy of Taurus. I hope they help. Thank you so much for your time and energy, especially if you made it this far in the reading. I'm sending you lots of love, lots of blessings as you navigate through. Have a fabulous week.